Hey guys, Azuri here. Welcome back to Ever Crisis. In this video, we're going to cover the huge changes that Unknown X from the unofficial FFEC Discord server has shared. A quick disclaimer, none of the information is confirmed, so take this with a grain of salt. Accessories. They can be crafted and will share crafting spots with materia. We only have 5 slots right now, so I'm thinking that we might be able to expand it to more slots if they are going to be shared. We can also increase the storage limit for materia/accessories. Revive, Provoke, and Reflect are going to be added, so I'm assuming these are tied to these accessories. An accessory that has one-time Revive could be available. A Provoke accessory could also be possible, as well as a Reflect accessory that bounces magic back. I knew Provoke was coming, so this isn't a surprise. This will make character building much more fun, as well as party building. Now we don't need to build everyone with HP and defense if the enemy doesn't have hard-hitting AoE attacks. The unit with Provoke will take the bulk of the damage. We could focus on self-buffing with a tank, like the physical defense and magic defense support weapons that they have. They will become more valuable. Chocobos. The current highest level or grade of Chocobos is C+, and in the future it could be at S+. There was a reference to 4-star Chocobos and Chocobo food, but it could have been a scrap feature. Here are the future Chocobo prices according to rarity. B, 15k, B+, 20k, A, 30k, A+, 50k, S, 80k, and S+, 150,000. That S rank Chocobo is looking really expensive, so you might want to save your Chocobo medals. The prices seem really high, but I'm assuming we'll get a way to earn more Chocobo medals when this update drops. New buffs and debuffs. Haste and Slow. Haste makes the ATB gauge increase faster, while Slow makes it feel slower. I'm assuming Haste is from a materia and Slow is used by enemies. Cast time increase and decrease. I'm assuming this is a new buff that we don't have in other Final Fantasy games. I might be missing something, so let me know in the comments. Sephiroth with his edge wings will rejoice at the decrease in cast time, as well as Cloud with his maritime sword. Mirroring buffs and recovery. Single target buffs and heals, also buffing and healing the user. This will make the single target buffing or healing weapons a bit more useful. Healing boost buff. So this one increases the healing potency using a buff. Quite useful when you need your healer to heal for more without investing in a lot of weapons with heal potency bonuses. The final 2 tiers of buffs, which are the most potent, are called Extra High and Extreme, or we can just call them Mid and High. Materia. Materia support effect or boost from weapons. More support materia effects that are strong but have drawbacks, sort of like the trance abilities in Crisis Dungeons. So for example, you get 60% attack, and then you get a decrease in magic attack, 60%. Effects support materia. Possibly materia that enhance weapon skills or some way of additionally upgrading materia. This seems like special materia designed to amplify the effects of your weapon skills, or possibly even enhance the materia you're using. Kind of like the support materia in FF7. Effect support materia may play a role in modifying or enhancing the way certain skills or materia work, potentially influencing whether they have AoE capabilities or not. Aga level spells might be single target only, and we need effect support materia to make them area of effect. Battle mechanics. Penetration. I won't go into the formulas, but the gist of it is that enemies will deal more damage when they have the penetration active. We can mitigate the increase in damage by increasing the character's levels. Elemental resistances. They are different based on the enemy. I assumed it was just 100 for resistance and negative 100 for weakness, but this isn't the case. Here are the numbers for some of the bosses. So for Ifrit, we have elemental resistance 100% to fire and minus 100% to ice. Balu or King is 150 negative earth and 80% water and 80% wind. Blue Dragon is really weak to fire, 200%, and resistant to ice by 80%. Blue Elemental, minus 200% lightning, 100% water, and lastly Shiva has a negative 200% fire weakness and a 100% ice resistance. So as you can see, Shiva is 3 times weak to fire, while Ifrit is only 2 times weak to fire. This just shows how important it is to exploit the enemy's elemental weakness. This just shows how important it is to exploit the enemy's elemental weakness. It also increases the value of elemental weapons for each character. Even farmable weapons from the summon missions are valuable because of this. Attack, damage, magnification, and healing snapshot. This means that when a character uses a skill or ability, their attack power, how much damage he can deal, and how much they can heal are locked in at the very start of the skill animation. So if you buff your character's attack or healing abilities right before they use a skill, it won't have an effect on that particular skill. It's set from the beginning. Defenses, damage resistance, and critical hit are not snapshot, meaning on the flip side, your character's defenses, their resistance to damage, and their chances of landing a critical hit are not locked in at the start of the animation. This means you can actually boost your party's defense just before an enemy's attack hits, and it will take effect. However, you can't weaken the enemy's attack, and in the same way, their attack is set in stone once their skill animation begins. Now, there's a little uncertainty about whether skills that hit multiple times can be influenced midway through their animation. We don't know anything about that. New elements. Holy and Dark might be added as elements. Dark is usually used by enemies in the mainline games, while Holy is a usable skill by the party. Holy could mean that we can craft a Holy Materia that scales damage from healing potency. You can just slap it on Aerith and she can deal significant damage because her heal potency is high. Lastly, stamina pots. More stamina pots are incoming with different amounts of stamina being restored. A welcome addition for sure. And that's it for the possible upcoming changes to the game. Let me know in the comments what you are most excited about. I, for one, am excited about the provoke mechanic being added. Drop a sub if you aren't already, and I'll see you in the next video.